In 2026, global enterprise AI spending reached $2.52 trillion. It is a massive macroeconomic commitment, a flood of capital pouring into server racks and software licenses across the globe. But look at the actual return. Research from MIT and Gartner reveals that only a tiny sliver of these projects, roughly 5%, deliver a documented impact on a company's profit and loss. For the other 95%, the investment is currently yielding zero. Most organizations are trapped in pilot purgatory. A boardroom demo using curated data looks flawless, but the moment that system is exposed to the complexity of a live business environment, it fails to scale. The common reaction is to blame the technology itself. Executives assume the models are overhyped, or that the neural architectures aren't as capable as the vendors promised. That diagnosis misses the mark. The friction exists because the modern corporate structure, defined by rigid governance and siloed data, was not designed to facilitate the nonlinear reasoning of a neural network. The first structural failure is a sequence error. Companies are purchasing AI technology before they have identified a specific operational problem for that technology to solve. This creates a dependency on external consultants. These teams are hired to build a generic proof of concept that looks impressive in a slide deck, but lacks a connection to the company's core business logic. Because internal staff didn't build the system, they lack the capability to maintain or understand it. Once the external consultants leave, the project is quietly abandoned. Purchasing AI as a standalone product is a dead end. Success only happens when the tool is secondary to a predefined, measurable workflow outcome. If your data infrastructure relies on smooth, unobstructed pipelines with perfectly curated, static datasets, actual enterprise data lives in fragmented, leaking silos. When this chaotic data hits a production model, the system jams and produces confident, high-speed errors. To move past this, organizations must establish AI-ready data as a mandatory architectural prerequisite. This requires automated governance and machine-readable metadata. Every piece of information must be verified and repaired by an active pipeline before the model ever sees it. Without this continuous quality check, models quickly lose their accuracy. Within months of launch, they begin hallucinating because the underlying data they rely on has shifted or decayed. If your data infrastructure is broken, scaling an AI model won't fix it. It will only increase the speed at which you generate business mistakes. The third failure mode is a neglect of the human element. Organizations often focus solely on the capital technology investment while ignoring how that technology disrupts the actual day-to-day workflow. This is the 10-20-70 rule. Failing companies spend 30% on algorithms and tech, but they ignore the remaining 70%, the people and processes required to make the tool work. If end users aren't involved in the design, they will protect their existing workflows. They will route around the tool, sabotage the data inputs, or simply stop using it the moment management stops looking. This kills the feedback loop. An AI model that isn't actively engaged by human users cannot learn from its mistakes, preventing it from ever improving after launch. Adoption isn't a technical goal, it's a change management goal. An algorithm cannot mandate that a human trust its output. In sectors like IT operations and supply chain management, organizations that prioritize workflow redesign over tool selection are seeing the payoff. These high performers are now documenting an average return of 4.5 times their initial investment. This advantage isn't a result of better software, but a departure from the standard corporate deployment sequence. These companies build from the bottom up. They define a strict business outcome first, stabilize the data pipeline second, and select the AI technology only as the final step. This foundation enables the agentic era, AI autonomously executing multi-step tasks. Because autonomous systems can execute errors instantly, winners build human oversight nodes to gate the data flow, ensuring autonomy isn't a liability. Ultimately, the organizations that win the 2026 AI reckoning won't be the ones that bought the smartest models. They will be the ones that built the cleanest data and the most adaptable human workflows.